Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. First and 10, Mayfield. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second down, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Over! Set! Blue landing!
To throw, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent tipped the balance in his favor to go #1.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Mayfield to throw it. Flush to his right. And that is, I think he caught it. He did. But they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Roethlisberger. And his first pass is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Going top shelf for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's Rawls. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that
really
one.
Good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Gone!
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Leopard!
3rd and long for Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Big Ben going to take it himself. And he will push forward and pick up the 1st down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. First down, this is Rawls. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joe Schobert coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Take both of them.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
second down. Rawls. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Roethlisberger keeps it, and he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns heading out on offense, Charles, and everybody knows the story. It's been 10 straight years of losing seasons, 0-16 last year. But it feels like there is some optimism. Is it warranted?
It'll be warranted if they can translate all of that optimism, the draft choices, the free agent pickups, the molding of a team into winning a game and then turning it into at least a modest winning streak. They have a great opportunity here in the opener against the Pittsburgh Steelers, their hated rival. That will make everyone feel better, not just the organization, but all the fans that surround them.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Here's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. But Dupree. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He's going to field this at the 4. So 1:56 to play in this first half. More from Cleveland after this. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Focus, focus. Monday. Squirrel!
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 42 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his running back, Rawls. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Eight.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. They'll run with Rawls. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Focus.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Another run, but this time it's Rawls. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
A reminder, 4 more games set to kick off later this afternoon. Chiefs, Chargers, Seahawks and the Broncos, Redskins and Cardinals, and then the Cowboys against the Panthers. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's the first NFL touchdown pass for the Heisman winner, Baker Mayfield, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Well, you would think that if you threw 119 touchdown passes in your time at Oklahoma, another one might be routine, but not when it's your first one in the NFL. Welcome to the league, Baker Mayfield. And look out, NFL defenses.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Switzer now to return. Spinning away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Roethlisberger now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. T.J. Carey right there in coverage.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third down and 12. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack. It's Rawls. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's Roethlisberger. Moncrief brings it in. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And the Steelers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Being chased out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing, Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Mayfield on play action. He gets it complete to Harris.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And that'll bring up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit!
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Terrell Edmonds. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. It's caught by Moncrief. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 3rd down, it's Connor pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. It's the Dolphins that have taken the late lead in that one. A win would be their first of the young season. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start with a give to Connor. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Connor. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All right, now. Good job, guys. Snickers, you got to spin. One day.
Roethlisberger to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Let's go. Four down. Set. Like 80.
Here's Connor. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee in the